Do you know how to become mentally strong? In 1914, Thomas Alva Edison factory caught fire. The fire was so intense that the entire factory was burned to ashes. They lost $23 million and a prototype they had been working on for years burned down. After knowing the whole situation, the way in which Thomas Edison behaved is called mental toughness. You know what they say after this? Thank God, all my mistakes were burned up, now I can start fresh again. A mentally disturbed person has a great quality of being able to handle themselves even in the worst of time, or he has positive approach. But the fact is that no one is born mentally strong. Like good diet and regular exercise makes a human physically strong, similarly few habits can make someone mentally strong. In this video, we will talk about few habits of mentally strong people. And the first habit is embracing change. Eagle is the only bird that can survive up to the age of 70. But in order to survive to this age, each eagle has to make a very difficult decision. Because after living for 40 years, an eagle's talons are no longer capable of capturing a prey easily with those talons. They become weak and less flexible, and his long and sharp beak turns, and his wings become so thick that it becomes difficult to fly. And at the age of 40, that's when an eagle has only two options. First, he should die like that, or second is he should be prepared to bear a very painful, difficult situation of life. The life of eagle, this process consists of 150 days. For this process, an eagle has to go and sit on the top of the mountain, and he knocks his beak against a rock until it plucks it out. After the break of his beak, he wants for a new beak to grow back. When his new beak grows up from the sharpy beak, he pulls his claws. Then he waits for the development of his newly claws. When his newly sharp claws goes back, then from his claws he plucks out his old feathers so that the lightweight wings grows up. Finally, after these painful 150 days, an eagle takes a new flight of his life and starts living the remaining 30 years of life. Embracing a painful change is the only way to survive. And always remember, when it rains, all birds can find ways to avoid the rain. But there is only one bird that keeps himself above the cloud, and he is eagle. Just as a mentally strong human embrace difficult situations and accept it to make himself strong, not to panic from situations. And the second habit is establishing boundaries. Remember when it happens last time when you had to do something work that ruins your whole schedule. After that you regret and wish to forbid that type of work. So you might have done all the rest of your work well. If this happens to you often, then sorry, because you are not too much mentally strong. A mentally strong human knows his limits, his boundaries. He knows which work to say now or which work to do, which conversation he need be a part of or which not, what to eat or what are not. A mentally strong human knows it very well, meaning that a mentally strong human is very selective. And the third habit is power of sacrifice. The people who know human psychology easily understand sacrifice builds resilience, resilience builds strength, strength builds power, and power builds purpose. The perfect example of this thing is Cristiano Ronaldo. I see some news about that he did not drink beer in his whole life because his father died because of this. And some of the conferences, Ronaldo also prefers water over cold drinks. Discipline and sacrifice is a major element of his life. And friends, no goal can be achieved without sacrifice, be it of drug addiction or social life or junk food. You have to sacrifice to make yourself strong.